Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a collective reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So I'm starting today by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck. If you do want to manifest a specific message from the reading, I recommend subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as these are forms of energy transfer that allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. So the first thing that I want to say is I'm getting the word purge coming through. So for some of you listening, you might be experiencing some form of physical symptom or sensation as old energy is being purged from your system. Specifically, I'm hearing something about the skin. So this could be related to skin breakouts, rashes, etc. Something being purged physically through the skin. Now, this feels like it could be hyper specific to possibly just a few people listening. So as I always say, always use your intuition and only take from the readings what does connect with you in a personal and intuitive way. And of course, I am not a medical professional, so I have to say that I always recommend pursuing potential medical causes or explanations for these types of symptoms and sensations. But I am picking up energetically that a lot is being purged out, specifically around the time of the full moon that we just went through. I've been saying this in recent videos, but there is so much really intense energy coming through. I'm also hearing something about the throat chakra. So for some, this energetic purge could actually be showing up as feelings of congestion or as throat chakra sensations here surfacing as well. I'm getting something with the head, so this could be headaches, migraines, etc., physical bodily tension, tiredness, the need to sleep more frequently. So do take extra care of your physical body at this time, because I feel that old patterns of fear, limitation, and restriction are almost being purged physically through the bodily systems at this time, to really shift you into more of a 5D consciousness, into more of a freedom, abundance, unconditional love kind of energetic space. I see that represented by the financial constraints card in the reverse position. I also keep seeing a lot of the numbers 1 and 3 in different combinations, the numbers 111, 333, 1313, etc. So these could indicate the months of January and March, Aquarius and Pisces energy, as well as Capricorn energy may be relevant to someone here. So with that being said, I want to know more on what our collective needs to know about this energetic purge taking place. Woman holding a coin in the reverse position, and right as I flipped over this card, I heard release control and surrender fully. So this full moon most likely really highlighted or illuminated within you emotionally or energetically patterns of past attempts to control or to force something into place, to push something into place. This could have showed up in many different ways. So I'm hearing clarity. You could have had sudden moments of clarity that the key here is to surrender fully, to release fully, rather than attempting to control in the way that you might have attempted to in the past. Again, this is really representing this shift from those 3D modalities of control, of fear, of limitation, of restriction, of conditional love into the 5D, which is really represented by those energies of freedom, abundance, unconditional love. So I want to know how these patterns of restriction or fear were being highlighted. Wow, okay. I'm hearing you have to let go if you want to step fully into your new beginning, because here we have the contract card in the reverse position and also the sun card in the upright position. I'm hearing letting go of heavy energy, stepping into lightness. So particularly for a divine feminine listening, although of course these are just labels, divine feminine and divine masculine, we all do have a balance of these energies within us. So take them as they connect to your internal masculine or feminine or to an external situation. But I'm picking up that we're shifting from a really heavy cycle into one of lightness. This feels like stepping out of something that has really been weighing you down, stressing you out, lowering your vibration, and allowing yourself to move towards something a lot lighter. Something that really pulls you, that feels exhilarating, but at the same time, maybe bringing up some fears, because although this new energy we're coming into is really light, really exciting, really fresh, it also has this feeling of being quite unknown and unknowable, meaning we can only experience it through the present moment, through being fully connected with ourselves in the present. And we can't really predict exactly how this energy is going to play out or where it's going to go. And that could be bringing up a lot of fears. So some of you divine feminines could be experiencing this shift from heaviness into lightness through your romantic life, romantic relationships. I'm hearing romantic life cycle. So there might be a previous romantic cycle that is coming full circle or coming to fruition in some way. You might be leaving behind a heavy cycle in love or romance, allowing yourself to step towards something new and light. Although again, this newness and this lightness at the same time feels terrifying to the ego, because I just keep getting it's something that can only be experienced through the lens of the present moment. It can't be planned for out into the future. This also is a theme of one who has stepped into the 5D, who has ascended into this 5D consciousness in general, as opposed to the 3D. In the 3D and even the 4D, we're able to plan to an extent out into the future. We're able to see in a concrete way the trajectory of how things are going to play out. But I'm hearing that in 5D, where you are now aligning with these higher states of consciousness, you are being asked to trust the energy, to trust the way that things are feeling in alignment in the moment, to trust that when you are experiencing that in the moment alignment, it means you are on a high vibrational pathway that is going to unfold in perfect divine timing. But again, that divine timing, although it is clear to the soul, is entirely unknowable to the mind. And it takes a great deal of energy to It's funny, I meant to say a great deal of bravery, but the word that came out was energy. And I feel that was actually meant to be, because not only does it take a great deal of bravery, but also a great deal of your physical energy to keep yourself in balance in these higher states of consciousness that align you, yes, with these higher vibrational timelines, but that also keep you blind to anything besides that present moment, how things are unfolding in the present. I feel, in fact, that for many divine feminines, there have been literal circumstances of your life recently that have been teaching you present moment trust through a situation or connection or circumstance of your life where you quite literally have no idea how things are going to play out. For some of you, this could be something new that's entered your life. So this could be a new person, connection, potential relationship romantically. This could be a work opportunity, some kind of leap of faith you've been making here when it comes to your work or your finances. This could be anything in your life, but what I'm getting is every circumstance of your life that feels scary or feels unknowable is your greatest teacher at the moment, because it's actually teaching you full surrender to the present moment where all of your power is. So it's almost like cosmically you are being kept intentionally blind to being able to sense into how this is going to unfold into the future, because you are meant to learn that present moment surrender. For many divine feminines listening, typically you are someone who is highly psychic and highly intuitive. What this means is you, whether you realize it consciously or not, are able to sense into the future timeline of things generally. So when you meet someone, typically you're able to sense into future potential timelines of that connection, that relationship. So this may have often led to, in the past, scenarios where I'm hearing the guides joke, this is like speed dating, because in the past, or at any time where you've been dating romantically, you may have found that you would go on a first date with someone, or you would begin to connect with someone, and very quickly you would sense into the future potential or lack of potential within that current connection. And it would cause you to feel repelled very quickly if there wasn't any future potential timeline with them that interested you at a soul level, which was the case the majority of the time. It was very rare for you to connect with someone that you could actually sense that future potential with psychically, intuitively. And again, you may have been doing this sorting and sifting process very unconsciously, but I'm getting that whenever you would begin to sense that future trajectory and you could sense that out into the future, the two of you were going to possibly date and break up, or something was going to happen where you'd be out of alignment. It's almost like intuitively you could sense how that relationship would play out years into the future, even decades into the future, upon very early in your physical interactions, and that could just immediately repel you from that person or connection. This is such an interesting message. I know that for someone listening, this will connect with you and might explain some of your past dating experiences, why you would suddenly lose interest in someone. It's not that you were picky just for the sake of being picky, although I feel people may have labeled you that way, like you're very particular or picky about who you date or who you connect with. It's actually that you have always been so psychic, even at times when it was unconscious, that you didn't have to play things all the way out to know how they were going to go. And so if you couldn't sense a strong, exciting, exhilarating, soul-fulfilling future potential timeline with any of your romantic options at the time, you would just stay single, or things would just look stagnant in your love life. But they weren't really stagnant. It's just that you were holding out for that future potential that you would be able to fully sense and go with. Now, I'm getting that this may have not just happened for you romantically, divine feminine, but in other areas of your life as well. So this could even happen, for example, in job scenarios. You may have found it difficult to want to pursue a particular job or path, even if it logically, consciously made sense, because at a soul level, you were sensing into the future potential and feeling that if you were to pursue that path down the road, you'd be setting yourself on a timeline where you would ultimately be unfulfilled at a deeper emotional or even a soul level. So again, this dynamic of you being able to sense into future potential timelines and then making decisions based on that would have possibly looked to others as though you would get into these ruts or stay, again, single for a while. There may have been periods of time where you were unemployed for this very reason, or just looked stagnant in your life to other people. But it's actually always been because you hold out for very high vibrational timeline potentials that you're able to psychically sense at a deeper level. Now, all of this being said, this is really all context laying the groundwork for the messages that have been coming through this reading, which is it's almost like your guides have been blocking you from perceiving some of those future timeline potentials that you're typically able to sense into. Now, again, this could be happening at the workplace. Perhaps a new opportunity has come up financially or in a job situation, and typically you're able to sense, okay, I feel out into the future, it's going to go this way or that way. But now it's almost like you're blind, like you're not able to see where that's going to go. Now, this could be happening for you in relationships. So you could be connecting with someone romantically and really enjoying the present moment with that person, but quite literally having no idea how or when or if it's going to come to a fruition with that specific person. And I'm hearing your guides say, allowing yourself to be human, to enjoy the present moment, to surrender into the present moment, to feel pleasure in the present is your greatest teacher at this time. It's fast tracking you in a sense to your ultimate highest reality. I feel that in the past, you may have gone through periods of time where you would not allow yourself to just simply enjoy the present because subconsciously you were so busy trying to use those psychic senses, which were very strong and are very strong within you, to sense out into, okay, this is fun now, but what's going to happen next week and next month and next year and in 20 years? Now it's almost like you are relearning how to be human, how to allow yourself to fully enjoy this unfolding human experience while also surrendering to the present. And through all of that, you are learning how to, I'm hearing, ride the waves of energy, to be like a surfer of energy, to ride the highs and the lows, but ultimately use all of that to propel you forward at a soul level, to expand you in a really rapid way and to expand your consciousness, therefore actually aligning you with higher vibrational realities, with your highest timeline potential through all of these experiences. So I know that these are very complex, really soul deep messages coming through. I don't know who's manifesting this today, but I really hope that the messages are reaching you. I will be channeling more insight and guidance from your spirit guides in the extended version of the reading, because I do feel that especially around the time of this full moon we've just experienced, there are a lot of spiritual shifts happening within you and in your life. So if you are feeling guided to learning more information about those potential shifts taking place, any other guidance messages you might need to know at this time, the link to that extended reading is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. But one very strong message I'm getting from your guides is represented by the Angel of Strength card. Stay in your power. Stay in your center of gravity. Stay confident in yourself and in who you are and who you've become through this whole process of very intense spiritual transformation and awakening that's taken place within you. I feel with Broken Heart Reversed, you are healing your heart in a really powerful way. Now, I have to say, I feel that for you, Divine Feminine, it's very possible a deep heart healing is taking place through romantic connection or interaction that's happening in your life at this time. So for those of you who were connecting with the messages about being connected with someone romantically, really enjoying the present with the person that you are connecting with, Or perhaps for some of you, this is dating, connecting with different people romantically. This could be enjoying the way things are in the present, even with a romantic person from your past who may have re-entered your life or re-entered your consciousness. But however this applies for you, I feel that something in your romantic life or your love life is really deeply healing your heart through the present moment of this circumstance or situation that at the same time feels really unknowable when you attempt to think out into the future with this person. So I want to know how your heart is being healed at this time, Divine Feminine. You are realizing your worth and value in a more conscious way than ever before, because we have the door to value card sitting on the root chakra. So this is the most important thing that you are healing and solidifying at this time in your being, especially when it comes to love and romance. It is knowing your worth, knowing what you are worthy of having, experiencing, being offered within a love connection or in your romantic life. So I feel that whatever is currently happening in your love life, whether you are currently single, whether you are dating, whether you are in a hermit mode romantically, whether you are connected to a specific person in some type of meaningful way, you've been intentionally, cosmically placed by your guides in a situation romantically through which you can best solidify a knowingness of your worth and value. And that will be unique to every person listening. It won't be the same for every person. It will vary from person to person. This situation romantically that you are experiencing, even if it feels scary or unknowable to you, has been divinely curated by your spirit guides, by the divine, to put you in the perfect position to heal a worthiness wound within yourself, to really solidify that knowingness of your own worth and value. I feel also that you are really grounding all of that in with the root chakra in the upright position. You are also learning to begin stabilizing yourself in a more powerful way in this physical world. I've spoken a lot about how you, Divine Feminine, have gone through a period of solitude through which you have been deeply spiritually activated. And through that period of solitude, you may have felt very consistently ungrounded. So although there were these powerful spiritual shifts and transformations taking place, you most likely felt highly disconnected from your physical surroundings, from physical humans even in your life, from social community connection. Now all of that is shifting in a powerful way. You are re-emerging back out into the world, being unveiled as this spiritually activated, awakened version of yourself. And through that unveiling, becoming more grounded in a real-time, physical, 3D way in your life. So this could be putting down roots in some way. This could be coming into a deeper sense of community with people or places around you. You might be attracting in soul friends physically, soulmates platonically, your soul tribe, to support you in a physical, real-time way in your daily life. You might be attracting in stability in love or relationship or connection. But again, whatever this is for you, it feels like this is about you really becoming grounded in the physical world. I'm also hearing this could be financially or with your work, that you are beginning to manifest in physical markers of success or accomplishment or growth financially or in the workplace that are providing you with a stronger sense of groundedness and stability at this time, but that also are supporting you in your soul mission. And that's another generalized message here that will apply uniquely to different individuals, which is wherever you've been placed physically on the globe at this time and whatever circumstances you're in at the moment, I feel you are in the perfectly orchestrated circumstances to most support your growth at this time. And I'm hearing that when what is necessary for your growth changes or shifts or evolves into something else, then you will attract new circumstances to support that new level of growth. And I'm getting a really powerful message for someone that in the past, you may have tried to control or change or use force in some way or action to alter what is in your physical reality at the moment. But now you are recognizing in a deeper way that whatever has manifested in your physical life experience, whether it's your relationship status, your romantic circumstances, your work circumstances, whatever is in your life is actually what you perfectly need at this moment to support your growth. And that as you evolve or grow to the next level, you will then attract whatever is needed to support that new level of growth. But in all of that, you will always be supported. And you are learning to trust that knowing, to trust that regardless of where you are or what your circumstances might be, as you focus on internally, energetically evolving yourself, expanding yourself, your physical circumstances will always rise to support that next level of evolution you have achieved energetically. So I really feel that there's something powerful taking place romantically in your love life for you at this time as well, Divine Feminine, even if it feels like things are a bit confusing in that area, or possibly for some of you, things could feel stagnant, just depending on your circumstances. So I want to know what is happening powerfully in Divine Feminine's love life. And I'm going to go to the traditional tarot for this. Wow, here we have the Emperor. This could be represented by the number 444. The number 4 could be significant to you in some way. I feel that internally you have really cultivated that Emperor energy within yourself, meaning your internal divine masculine. You've learned how to support your own dreams and goals, how to protect yourself in the sense of protecting your energy, setting strong boundaries, reparenting your inner child. You've really done that work within yourself. And because of that internal union of your inner divine feminine and divine masculine essence, you are attracting in this Emperor energy physically to match that energy that you are really stabilizing within yourself. So I feel that you are attracting the energy of someone who is very stable emotionally, physically, someone who is very protective of you as their divine feminine counterpart, someone who is highly grounded and dependable. So this energy just kind of popped up here at the end of the reading, but in the extended version of the reading on Patreon, I will be channeling more into this Emperor that you are attracting in. So we'll be channeling into what this masculine energy you're magnetizing into your life might look like for you, what they are currently thinking and feeling towards you, and anything else you might need to know about that particular situation. So the link to those extended messages on Patreon, of course, is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. But for now, I am going to be pulling one final Rumi Oracle card from the reading. This card is Enter the Garden of Delights. It's interesting because this is the number 28 card, and the number 2828 just came out on the recording timer a moment ago as well. So that could be significant to someone. You can also feel free to look up that number, derive some kind of personal meaning from it that aligns with you, and share it in the comments if you do feel guided to share that with the community. But I'm going to go ahead and read a guidebook message. Are you aware that sweetness is found everywhere in town? Are you aware that winter is gone and spring has come around? Are you aware that sweet basil and the carnation are whispering in the garden and laughing about how simply everything is found? Are you aware the nightingale has come back from its flight, singing out messages of love to spread delight with every sound? Everything in the garden is granted the right from the divine court to appear for our delight. Everything is here to make the earth green and alive as a haven for our life. What remains buried in the soil will always endeavor to reach out. No one truly alive can ever be pawned to a prison or a tomb. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, there is a sweet spot when entering the garden of delights, a moment where the senses have gorged themselves upon beauty and become heavy with their fullness, slowing the mind so that it can perceive the divine beloved dancing behind the veils of nature. You have been granted entry into sacred space, a sanctuary for worship. When the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable compared to that which is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is a natural part of growth. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. Thank you to all of you for tuning into the reading today. If the energy here resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram and now TikTok at Magnetize Yourself. And you can explore the library of subliminal meditations I've created on my brand new app, Sound and Soulful, which is now available in both the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Subliminals are my single most favorite tool for reprogramming my own subconscious and manifesting my own life. I've been personally utilizing subliminals for years, and I've seen really powerful results from meditating with them every day. So I'm now offering my personal library of subliminals through this app. And again, that is Sound and Soulful in both app stores. I'll also leave a link to the app in the description box under the video. And if you are feeling guided to the extended version of the reading, I will be channeling over there now, and the link to that extended reading is in the pinned comment in the comments section under the video. Otherwise, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy here today. I am sending you all so much love. Take care. Have a beautiful start to your week. And I will connect with you here again in Wednesday's collective reading.